real
Well,
industry
musically
here.
speaking,
You know,
Austin should not be in Texas, really,
it shouldn't.
because
It really shouldn't be.
yeah,
Like it's. I mean, that we should be like in Los Angeles or New
yeah,
York
exactly.
or or somewhere like that. But alas, we're here. But you go to Houston and it's like it's completely different.
Yep.
And you go to Dallas and and Dallas is like completely different.
And then
And
West
Fort Worth
Texas out there
and
with
West Tech, yeah, exactly,
swing and all that
yeah,
stuff. Yep.
yeah. The one thing that a lot of people have in common in Texas is like singer songwriter stuff.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
everyone
Yep.
loves the guy telling the stories with his guitar.
Mm-hmm.
That's never going to go away. But like even just the clubs, those 300 occupancy rooms, and here versus Houston. Like, I mean, you go from Antone's to like House of Blues
Yeah.
or something like that. It's just weird. And then and then there also one of the things that I've learned is that you can't do a show in Houston and then do a show in Galveston, or like even Spring and then Galveston.
Yeah.
Like you've got to do one show.
Better be, yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
got
then
to be
get out
one
of there,
show
and then
between.
go home.
Exactly.
Yep, go
Yeah,
home.
you can't do.
See
There's
you in
no
6 months,
circuit.
man.
Yeah, exactly,
Yep, yep.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still trying to build a market there, too. I play at Old Quarter twice
That's
a
what I
year.
was going to ask you. First of all, I
Yeah,
love the Old Quarter. I'm glad that you're
yeah.
playing
Joel
there.
and Angela,
Oh
they're
my God, I
amazing
love that
people.
place.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love what they do for folks. But yeah, I
yeah,
was going to ask you about the struggle outside of Austin, because I'm sure you're striking audiences like
yeah.
crazy in Austin, but like making your stuff relevant outside of Austin in Texas.
Sure.
Is there a
Yeah,
struggle with that with audiences?
I think the short answer is yes, but it's like, so if you can like do let's just do like a solo show. I think that's one of the things that's one really 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 good edge that a lot of people that play guitar, and guitar in particular, not keyboard, like
Yeah. Oh
guitar,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and sing and can lead a band. They can do anything. They really can like go anywhere. You can also do that as like a pianist or like an instrumentalist or whatever, but like guitar really gets the job done. And there is so much power in an acoustic guitar.
Mm-hmm.
There's way more power, in my opinion, in an acoustic guitar than there is in an electric guitar.
Especially
Like,
if you couple it with a badass voice, right?
yeah, well, that
Yeah.
too, yeah. But
Yeah.
like it's a drum. It's literally
It
it's
can
a
be
drum,
absolutely. Yeah.
and it's an instrument. It determines the rhythm. Whether it's 4/4 or 3/4 or 6/8 or what. Like, there's so many things you can do with that instrument that
Yep.
you cannot do with any other
And
instrument.
that top string
And
can be your bass too, right?
exactly
Mm-hmm.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And so like trying to get from it, the awesome thing is you can go and make money as a solo artist, and maybe you have 10 people in a room, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can just like maybe the rooms, I'm playing probably 50, 60 occupancy rooms when I'm out of Austin, Houston, and just around pretty much everywhere I go. And I can still come home with a decent chunk of change because I can do it solo.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
You don't have to pay nobody
not
else.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I love, we just started our last run of shows that we did. We went to Dallas, and we went to Bentonville, and then it was we came back to Austin, did a show, and then it was trying to think of the place on the coast, Port Aransas. We did Sip Yard in Port Aransas, and so like and we had a band for that. That was super cool. I love traveling with my guys, and my drummer's a woman, and she's amazing. I love traveling with them, but it's also fun to like make the money,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
solo,
It's
and just
so
kind of go
funny,
out there
man. I have an
and
outline
tell
next
stories.
to me, and it's almost like I sent it to you prior
Oh
to the
wow,
show.
cool.
Because,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
the next thing on my outline says being able to do all kinds of shows, large and small, intimate or not. And here you are
yeah.
talking about that without me even asking you that. So,
Yeah, yeah.
um,
I mean I mean that's an economy. So like,
yeah.
and I'm also trying to figure this out too. What I had an agent a while back, who's I don't work with anymore, but he was just such a great guy. He was such a sweetheart, Aggie, from Atomic Music Group, and he told me basically the most important thing in the, I don't care about your. He said I don't care how. about your streams. I don't care about like your Instagram. I don't care about any of that stuff. The two biggest things that are important in the music business are contracts and deposits. So, and I was like, what do you mean? What are contracts and deposits? And he
Yeah.
says, well, you get the contract for the show, you get the deal for the show, and then the deposit is the money that they send you ahead
Yeah.
of the show to go play it. And
Yep.
I'm like, wait, they send you money to go play a show
Mm-hmm.
before you get there? Yeah. That's when you know that you've actually made it.
Yep.
That's when you'll know that you've done your
And
part.
that's why you need an agent,
Yeah,
because you need somebody that's going to look out for you business wise, because
exactly.
as a creative person, a lot of times you don't give a shit about that. Like, I just want to be
Right.
creative. I want to make people happy. And it's your job to make sure I make money doing that too.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And it's so important to have at least one other person advocating
Yep.
for you on your behalf for like just all the stuff,
Yeah.
even if like I don't have a booking agent right now. We need one. I have a manager, and she kind of just basically helps. I mean, you talk to her to
Yep.
kind of get all this set up and everything. I mean, she helps set all the stuff up. She basically admins and does all my stuff. She does the books. She does, she watches the cash flow, like all of that stuff. She is responsible for.
Yeah.
And to have her on those emails when we're going after and getting shows, that's a super, super important thing. But you can make like, you can make a decent amount of money as a solo artist going around playing shows, even if it's like 250, 300 bucks. Like with tickets getting sold and all that stuff, you have no idea how appreciative people are of that.
You have to be
Like
a
the
hustler,
club
though,
owners and stuff.
man. You
You
have to
do.
hustle. You can't sleep
You
on it.
do.
Yeah.
No, you can't. And
Yeah.
it comes up like in music world, everything. It's like Grand Theft Auto time is what I call it.
So
Like
I've been a booking agent, so I know exactly how it
yeah,
is, man. I
it
know.
takes so much. Like you. Oh, it's in September. No, September is like next week. Like you've like now it's like next week. Like I'm stressing about shows that I
Man,
got
I
in
get shit
November.
all the time for
Yeah,
booking this show 60 days out. And I'm like, you don't
yeah,
understand, bro. Like, I need to
yeah.
know who's going to be here, because I
Pre-
want 8 weeks of promo. I want to be able to
Absolutely,
promo this shit way before it happens, right?
absolutely.
And if
Yeah,
we need to postpone and reschedule, then so be it. I'm completely
right,
open to that. But I would
right.
prefer to do that and have 8 weeks of promo than to
Definitely,
schedule it 2 weeks out and be rushing for 2 weeks to get everything working the way it should be.
definitely.
You know?
Yep,
So I'm just like, yeah,
absolutely.
if you don't feel comfortable booking 60 days in advance to be on the podcast, I get that, but you're going to have to start understanding that venues are doing that and radio
Yeah.
shows are doing that. Nothing is
Yep.
willy-nilly and spontaneous anymore in this business.
Nope.
You
Nope,
know?
because everyone got their tar knocked out of them during COVID, and
That's
they're like,
right.
we're not doing this, we're not going through this anymore.
Right.
It used to be I could, like hit up a club and be like, hey, can we come play here in 2 weeks and make $1,000 to pay the band? They'd be like, yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
And then
They don't,
at the end
they
of the
don't
day,
do
it's a
that anymore.
two-sided commitment too, right? Like,
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
committing to
Yeah,
me, I'm committing to you, and it should
right,
be that way. It should be
right.
50-50, right? We
Yeah,
should both benefit from the show. And so, yeah, I mean, it just makes sense that way. And I don't feel like anybody in the business should feel like they're more bigger than somebody else and,
no,
more entitled or whatever. I might be a small independent podcast, but, I've had T.G. Shepard on this show, and I've had
yeah.
Ronnie Millsap, and, I
And
mean,
Randy
these
Foster
people, yeah, exactly. I mean,
yeah.
they're
And
trusting
Scott
me, and
Strickland.
we're doing that 50-50 thing. I'm lucky, man. Super blessed.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.